Hello and welcome back to Rupel Boom or Bust in Football Manager 2021. If you missed the last episode, you would have missed something pretty magical. We basically managed to get ourselves into the Croky Cup final. But please, if you did miss it, watch the episode because there is an emerging talent who's probably going to turn up in this episode, maybe in the first game against Anderlect. We've played no matches in between episodes because literally we are 3 days after the last game against Vaslan Beveren. It's going to be Anderlect, it's going to be Charleroi in today's episode. Two difficult games, but two teams that are actually below us in the league. The league that looks a little bit like this. We are currently sat 5th place in the table, 35 points to our name. We are just 1 point behind Antwerp, who are our local rivals as well. I keep forgetting the fact that we are literally probably about a 20-minute drive away from Antwerp. They're a very, very local rival. They are in at 4th place. We're also not far away from Sint-Truidense in terms of points. I don't know in terms of geography because I haven't Googled that. But we're also in danger of slipping down, possibly down to 8th place, which if we go down to 8th, that will be one of the issues when it comes to these sort of the European playoff places because we're going to be at the bottom of that little group of 4. We want to be in the top 4. Top 4 means that we are probably going to get European football, but we've also got that chance in the Croky Cup final against Anderlect. Let's go play Anderlect as a little trial run. The starting lineup then for the Anderlect game will be Pedro in goal because Andre is still currently out injured. Weidner, Sabai, Keita and Odi will be the back 4. Brick Peters will be getting his first league start for the club today alongside Eliomar La Rosa, Perez and Al Hilali on the wings, Faye and Pigott up front. I'm pretty sure this was the same starting 11 that played against Vaslan Beveren in the second leg, probably even in the same positions. On the bench we have Jamal Blackman, we have Bernard Gerard, we have Zazur, we have Tahuahulu, we have Bob Verlinden, Bram de Poor and Luca Palizzi, Luca Palizzi, by the way, I was thinking he might get like the record appearances for Rupel Boom. He's like 250 away. He's not going to get it. He's not going to play 250 more times for us. Mohamed Faye, however, might break the record goal-scoring one for the most goals in a season, which is currently held by Tahuahulu, and he's only 4 behind him. Okay, apparently we've done one change from the last match, which is we have dropped Sio, we brought in Keita. Anderlecht aren't on good form. They've won 2 of their last 5 matches, but I think both of them were actually in the Croky Cup. We've only won 2 of our last 5 as well. Okay, this is fairly even. Antwerp, right at this very moment, are currently drawing 1-1, or 0-0 I think it is actually, with Vaslan Beveren. So hopefully Vaslan Beveren can do us a favour and score a goal in that one. That'll be nice. Hopefully Antwerp can drop some points. Emre Moore with a corner for Anderlecht. Pedro comes out and claims that one. So the highlight's really going to start from the keeper. The Ecuadorian kicks it long and hard towards Pigott. Pigott finds Perez, who scored 2 in the last match. Runs down that right-hand side into the penalty area, hits the first man. Peters is there but can't get on the end of it. And now Anderlecht possibly coming forward with it. Keita now, the American forward to the Brazilian La Rosa. La Rosa's going to go forward. Peters, one of the few Belgians that we actually have in our squad. He is 5'1" and I still can't believe he's that small. Perez dodges one tackle, runs in towards the middle, across to El Hilali, gets a bit of space for himself, and Gabriel El Hilali gets his first ever goal in Rupel Boom colours in the away kit as well, which we very rarely wear. We're 1-0 up against Anderlecht. If this proves to me that we could beat Anderlecht, yeah, we're 2 minutes in, but this proves that we are good enough to at least score goals, and if we can score goals and then maybe, defend, we can beat Anderlecht. That goal as well, technically, moves us up into 4th place, but we obviously don't know what's happened elsewhere at the Antwerp game. So Anderlecht coming forward with the ball. Ait El Haj gets past his man, goes for goal, tries to chip it over the goalkeeper for some reason. Pedro collects it, highlight ends. Another one begins with La Rosa to Pigott. Now Perez on the left. Picked up an early yellow card. He's been tackled or fouled? Are we going to go back to VAR? Keita's got this for us, who's also got a yellow card to his name. Finds Al Hilali, now Weidner. On the right hand side, loads of space. Al Hilali once again, he's not scored all season. He's got 2 in his first 17 minutes against Anderlecht. We started off the calendar year not very well. We were not very good. We were losing games that we really should have been winning. We were scoring goals, but we were conceding a lot of goals for fun, which we're still doing, to be honest. But now at least we're scoring the goals as well. Odi with the ball for us. The Italian runs forward with it. La Rosa inside his own half, deep in his own half. Peters is there. He's gone for the goal scorer, Al Hilali, instead. He's going to run with it. Peters needs that on the left-hand side. Peters does get it from a tackle. Al Hilali to Weidner. Weidner's going to run right-hand side. Crosses it low. Mohamed Faye is there. And Mohamed Faye makes it 3-0 after 23 minutes. This is Anderlect, right? We're playing Anderlect. This is not like a weird, like their B team or something like that, like the Club Bruges NXT that we had in the second season. This is definitely their first team. Weidner's got 2 assists to his name. Al Hilali's got 2 goals. Perez has an assist. Fai also has an assist. It's still 5 minutes to play the first half, and that is going to be a yellow card. Is that a second yellow for Sabai? Is that a second yellow? It's a second yellow for Sabai. He is either amazing or just awful, isn't he? He's either amazing or awful. What do we do here? We have to bring on a centre-back, don't we? We're going to take off Pigott. We are going to bring up... We don't have a centre-back. Why do I should learn. I really should learn to, pick my team. Right, we're going to drop Pigott back. Can Pigott play as a centre-back? Just out of interest? Not really. No, we can't. Not against Anderlecht. Not against Anderlecht. Right, Pigott for Bob Verlinden. He can't play as a centre-back. He's 5'9". Right, Oddie's moved into the middle like he did in the last episode. Gerrard is coming on as that left-back. Pigott is the man being sacrificed. We are still 3-0 up, so I'm not too fussed. I've also moved, obviously, Faye into the middle of the strikers because he's up there by himself now. Half-time then, 3-0 to the good. Looking very comfortable as well, but that Joel Sabai red card might be a bit of a concern. I don't know whether it's going to have any repercussions, because obviously they're good. They're a very good side, so we're going more defensive rather than just trying to score more goals. We've got the 3-goal lead. I love the way that my assistant manager is saying we should go very defensive. Nah, still playing positive. It's a throw for Anderlecht to take. Emre Moore to man with a long name. Emre Moore gets the ball back, runs into the penalty area. Is he going to get a shot away? He does, and the Ecuadorian Pedro holds on to this one. And that ends the highlight. We are still looking good. This confuses me. It looks like Joel Sabai is playing as a striker. He's definitely not. He's not on the pitch anymore. Gerrard with a throw for us. It's not a very good throw. And Emre Moore is going to get this clear as a very loud siren goes past my house. Emre Moore keeps running with this. He's going to keep going into the penalty area. Peters is there with him. You can tell it's Peters because he's the size of a child. Edge of the penalty area. De Wolf is there. Emre Moore is there. Hits his effort just wide. Still 3-0. Anderlecht are definitely getting back into this game. But as long as we don't concede, we're going to win it. Emre Moore's free kick comes in. Faye gets that clear. The striker of all players. Al Hilali collects this. He's on a hat-trick, bear in mind. Is he... Oh, my word. Please do this. Al Hilali dinks it. Oh, he was so close. So close to dinking that in. Unfortunately, the keeper holds on to that one. Still 3-0, though. Right, let's do ourselves some changes. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in this situation. Bram de Poor, do we bring you on? You are a central midfielder. I mean, if we're going to bring you on, it's probably going to be for Peters, which I don't want to do. Or we'll do that, actually. We'll do Bram de Moor coming on for La Rosa. We're also going to do Perez coming off for Polizzi. That is all of our changes. We've got 10 minutes to play. Are we going to see this corner? Yes, no, we're not. We didn't see the corner. Final 5 minutes. Throw for Gerrard to take. Not a very good throw from the youngster. It's upfield for Anderlecht. Emre Moore runs with it. Cater's there with him. Moore's gone a little bit too wide, and Pedro holds on to that one with very, 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 very ease. I was going to say with relative ease. That's the words I wanted to say. 3 minutes of injury time. We are going to beat Anderlecht 3-0 away from home, and we had 10 men for over 45 minutes. What a performance that is. And Peters, once again, like he did against Vassilan Beveren on his debut, gets a 7.5 rating. Weidner gets an 8.5 for his 2 assists. We can beat Anderlecht in the Croky Cup final. Also, I think we're up to 4th. Sabai's banned for 1 match, which I don't know what is going on with Sabai. So his last few games, 6-3, 6-5, 6-2, 7-6 and a 7-1. Great performances. Although, admittedly, against Beerschot he did 8 passes, as opposed to 38 against Vassilan Beveren, and then a 6-4 and a sending off. So, I don't know. I mean, he just wasn't winning headers, maybe? I don't know what's going on with Joel Sabai. Maybe we just need to get him playing some games for the under-21s, just to kind of break him in a little bit to the system, but he's really struggling. Also, we're not 4th, we're staying in 5th place because Antwerp won their game 1-0, but we are now 3 points clear of Standard Liège, although we probably were anyway. I think we were anyway, because Standard Liège won their game against KV Mechelen. So it's looking good, but I'd rather us be in that 4th position, because 4th position means that we, at worst, have a chance to get European football through one final match of the season. At best, we can win the league. We can't win the league, but you know what I mean. We could win the league if we finish 4th. Right then, for the Charleroi game, we've got a bit of a change in the defence. It's going to be Pedro in goal. Weidner will be the right back, who probably shouldn't be playing, but we don't really have too many other options as a right back. Sio and Sergio Barreto will be the central defenders, with Gallardi as the left back. Right, Sio has come in because of suspensions. Barreto has come in because of also suspensions. We are missing literally both of our main central defenders. Obviously, in the last match, Sabai got himself sent off, but Keita has picked up too many yellow cards. We've also got Jamal Blackman, who's currently out injured. Hold on, why aren't we doing this? Gallardi, there we go, that makes a bit more sense. So we've gone for Oddi as the left back. It's going to be La Rosa and Zazua in the middle of the pitch today. We're giving Peters a break because he's probably got homework to do or something. He's only 9 years old. Perez and Polizzi will be on the wings. Mohamed Faye and Joe Pigott will be our strikers on the bench. We have a slightly injured Andre. I don't want to play him if we don't have to, but he's there if we need him. Gerard, Depor, Abu, Verlinden, Thomas and Samura round off the subs bench today. Samura hasn't played a lot of football this season. Hasn't even scored a goal for us. Dahuahulu, by the way, is a little bit injured. I don't really know what's happened to Dahuahulu, but he's not going to play today, so he's not even on the bench. Some kind of transfer news as well to talk about that took place in between the two matches. Hebert has gone out on loan with a future fee of £50,000. Basically, I needed him off the wage budget. Also, I realised I completely forgot to mention that two of our loanees have returned to their clubs. Abubakar Lowe has gone back to Metz, I think it was, because he wasn't playing, which is fine. And then Alan Howells has gone back to Reading because he wasn't playing. Ironically, if we still had them, they'd probably both be playing right now. But obviously, things change. They both leave the club. We have to make do with what we've got. It means Barreto does get himself a chance, a very rare chance, because I think this is only his third chance. I keep saying chance, his third game of the season. There we go, Faye's going to get on the end of this. It's going to be 1-0. It is 1-0, 21 seconds on the clock, his 19th goal of the season. I think he's about 1 or 2 goals away from breaking Olivier Dahuahulu's record of 14 league goals in a campaign. He's going to be getting very close, isn't he? Goal kick for Charleroi. 12 minutes in. Are we going to get this back? We do. Oddi to Pigott to Polizzi. Slots that through. Ball through. Faye is going to get there first from the slide tackle. It's a great save from the keeper. We win ourselves a corner. We have started to turn up again. We were playing badly the last couple of episodes. I'd say we weren't particularly great. Then the second leg against Vaslan Beveren, we arrived. We then obviously just beat Anderlect 3-1. I think we're doing all right here as well. What a tackle that is from La Rosa. He's not going to get there first though, but the highlight is going to end. And now another one begins with a throw from Weidner. Polizzi in the penalty area. Doesn't win the header. Zazua has it. La Rosa's in front. Zazua's going to run with it instead to Perez. Back to Zazua over the top. Mohamed Faye's at the back post. It didn't look like he kicked that. There was a shot, apparently. I think the match engine had a little bit of a funny 5 minutes. Keeper saves it, kicks it long, so the highlight's carrying on. Charleroi with lots of players here. Karamo goes for goal. Pedro doesn't save it and then does save it. It's still 1-0. Corner for Charleroi. Pedro comes out, holds on to that one. Nice and comfortably. So enter this 6-yard box, kicks it long, probably towards, I was going to say towards Pigott, it's actually towards Perez. Oddi's just pushed somebody over. Luckily for Charleroi, they keep hold of the ball. Oddi's there again, steals it this time. Now Faye controls it on the halfway line, makes a bit of space for himself. Is he going to be greedy or is he going to wait for some support? He's going to be greedy, isn't he? Faye's into the penalty area. That's a penalty. The game has stopped. I think that's going to be a penalty. I don't even know who our penalty taker is. So they're reviewing. It says no penalty. It's not a penalty. It's a maybe free kick or possibly throw in or goal kick. Goal kick? Goal kick with 2 E's. Goal kick. I don't know what happened. We didn't see. I wasn't paying attention to who Antwerp were playing in their match. So at the moment we are still 5th in the table even though we are winning. So I assume they're also winning their game. Gass's cross hits the first man. Charleroi actually looking a lot better than I'd say Anderlect were in our last match. Oddi intercepts it. Now Pigott goes long towards Faye. I think he was offside, you know. I think Faye might have been offside. But it doesn't matter. Charleroi with the ball, passing it around. Bit of a strange highlight. It's gone all the way back to the keeper for a second time. Clears it. Perez gets it for us though. Cleared once again for Charleroi. And now they've got some options on the left-hand side. Plays it through. Oh, Oddi, what were you doing, buddy? Oddi was playing him on by a country mile. Never understood that saying. What is a country mile? Is it different to a normal mile, to a city mile, to a town mile? Are they all different miles? I don't know, but he was playing them onside, so that's all that kind of matters. It's not all that matters, obviously. They scored a goal as well. But, you know, he was playing them onside. Sio to Barreto, the Argentine to the Brazilian. Is he going to do anything with it? He's got loads and loads of space. Runs with it. Keeps going. Now Mohamed Faye back to La Rosa, edge of the area, slots in Polizzi, and Luca Polizzi gets his 6th of the season, number 96. He is a Rupel Boom legend, even though he's not. The club don't actually care for him. We've literally got one person into the whole icon, legend and whatever list. It's me. I'm the only one. No Luca Polizzi, despite the fact that he's doing a job at every single level for us. He scored again. 3 minutes to go of the first half. Weidner has it for us. I've noticed that there has been, I think, 12 shots in this first half of football. 8 for us, 4 for Charleroi, and every single one of them has been on target. Faye gets towards goal, and Mohamed Faye gets his 20th goal of the season. It's 3-1 just before half-time, and that's another shot, and another shot on target as well. 3-1 against Charleroi. We are looking good once again. We are still 5th, though. We're still 5th. Antwerp, 1 point ahead of us. St Truiden's, 2 points ahead of us. Half-time it is 3-1. No changes for us at the break. It looks like Charleroi had 2 shots sneakily after I kind of brought up the stat that no one have ever missed a shot in this game so far. Also, now we've had 3 shots off target. Second half of this match is fairly uneventful. We've got ourselves a corner. We are just about to take it, and I'm also going to do myself a substitution. Gerard is going to come on as a right-back today because Weidner is very tired. We're going to take off Perez for Jerome Thomas because we want to get the youngsters through. I'm not intentionally doing this, but we kind of have the opportunity to, so we're also going to bring on Samura. We've got 20 minutes to play, so that might be a risk to do all of our subs. Polizzi's corner comes in, a header clear, and this is 2-on-2, isn't it? Kjaer's going to run with the ball for Charleroi. Off to that right-hand side, La Rosa with a wonderful tackle from the central midfielder. Polizzi to Perez, forward to Joe Pigott. Pigott's going to go across to nobody. Polizzi's nicked it away, though. Luca Polizzi, the Belgian, and I think he's part Italian with it. La Rosa, edge of the penalty area, runs towards it as well. Now Faye, facing away from goal. Zazua to La Rosa again. There's a shot happening soon, isn't there? Faye to Pigott. Pigott takes a touch, blasts it into the back of the net, and Joe Pigott gets his 6th of the season. It's 4-1 against Charleroi, and now he's getting substituted. Do we sub Pigott, or do we just... Yeah, we do. We take him off. He's done all right. He's got his goal. I want Samura to get a goal and a bit of football as well, because he's missed a lot of football through injuries and stuff like that. And he's still not a bad player. Pedro with the goal kick. We are approaching the 90 minutes. Just 3 minutes of normal time plus any injury time. Polizzi controls this. He's going to run forward with the ball. Samura and Faye are the 2 options off to his right-hand side. Finds Faye. It's a wonderful save from Baumann. It's going to be a late corner for us. Can we make it 5? Who's taking this corner? Is it Pacoma Zazua? It is Zazua stepping up to take this corner. Sio is there. Doesn't get on the end of it. Zazua needs to put his foot down to get onto that ball, but he doesn't need to because the highlights ended. 3 minutes of injury time. Disappears fairly quickly. 4-1 against Charleroi. 3-0. Was it 3-0 or 3-1 against Anderlect as well? Pretty successful episode. Faye as well, getting himself 2 goals in this game. We're good again. We're good at football. We need Europe. We need to get Europe this season because if we don't, we are in trouble financially. So it looks like we are still 5th in the table, as we can see from the top of it. Have we got anything new to see? So Antwerp must have played yesterday. They did. They beat Cercle Bruges 3-2, a team struggling for relegation. We've actually got the top goal scorer in the league, which I'm extremely surprised with, and top man of the match award for Faye. Polizzi, joint top assister in the league with 9 as well. Things are looking really good. Next episode, we're approaching the end of the season. If I move myself over to the other side, we're going to go for Oostende and Antwerp, I think is what we're going to go for. So we're going to play Standard Liège, OHL, Vaasland Beveren for the 37th time this season, and Cercle Bruges all off camera. I'm hoping 3 wins out of that. We should beat Cercle Bruges, we should beat Vaasland Beveren, we should probably beat OHL. Standard we know are a very good team, so we might struggle in that one, but we should beat the other 3. We'll return for Oostende, a team who are kind of up there battling with us. Antwerp, who we know we are battling with. We might also need to play the St Truiden's game on camera as well, because things might change. It might be those 2. You know, it might be those 2. We might not bother with Oostende. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Rupel Boom or Bust. Once again, another episode. 7 goals scored, just 1 conceded in this one. And we are still up the right end of the table. Next episode will be way, way down into March. So hopefully the league is going to look maybe a bit better, maybe a bit worse, who knows. But thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. It does help me out massively. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell as well to get notified whenever a new video is released. I'll be back next time with more Rupel Boom or Bust, and hopefully we're still battling for that top 4 position and some European football next season. See you next time.